Hey, thanks for tuning in. In this video, we go back to the beginning of 2019, where me and Mr. John Lange build my 2010 Tundra into a pressure washing vehicle. Complete equipment list is below. I hope you guys enjoy this video as much as we had making it.
So this is going to be a great instructional video, especially for the guys just starting off who want to get a truck put together. We're going to go over everything from A to Z, the plumbing, the equipment you should look into. So we're talking 5.5 gallon per minute Mad Max power washer, about 2,700 PSI, which is perfect. That's the minimum you really want for concrete cleaning. We got a 125 gallon bulk or buffer tank to feed this beast. We got, a general hose reel, general hammerhead surface cleaner. We got the whole kit ready to go, ready to start making some money, washing houses. You're gonna learn a lot from this video, and we're gonna learn things on the way. It's gonna be great. Yeah. Okay. So this is the condominium complex you were. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you accept the bid? Okay. Good news. Well, we'll be starting here soon. Thanks. We just got ourselves a $90,000 job.
Nah, you're bullshit.
I know.
The what? The Star Drive ones, like these? These are awesome.
Oh, okay.
These are the shit. How long should we get them? 3 inches?
I don't know if they should be this long.
That's what she said.
I had a $5,000 budget for this build. You could probably build a setup just like this for less money, but I had to include everything, not just the machine and major equipment, but all the doodads like the ladder rack, ladders, all that stuff. By the time I was done with the materials and the plumbing and all the little things that I never thought I was going to have to get, it ate into almost $500 in my budget just for this part. Thinking back on it, that included things like tools and drill bits and other odds that I just didn't have. So you really could probably get away with this part for cheaper.
What's up, everyone? So, day one, we, did a lot of rat racing around, just grabbing parts, doing that whole thing. We had to take off a bed cover. He's always running into things. That's how it goes. Strip bolts, strip nuts. So we got it all done. We were running out of time, so we kind of just took some time and really tried to lay things out, plan out how we were going to make this fit. This is a 125 gallon tank. Most say it could not be done. You can't fit that size tank in a truck bed. Not here at Wash Life. Wash Life, we make it happen. What we're gonna do first is we already have the measurements down. We're gonna go to the shop and lay out a foundation, a board. It's gonna go around our wheel wells. We'll have our tank, vertical position. We're gonna have our chem tank. This is just where the chem is gonna be stored. We're gonna have it lifted up a little bit above the hose or above the wheel well, not all the way, so we can keep the blind spot, keep that blind spot open. That'll give a little bit more room for the tanks, and it'll be sitting like that, nice and pretty. This is gonna sit up a little bit higher, so it's gonna sit flush on the bed, and the holes to mount it down they won't be on this, because we don't want to drill into the truck or nothing. It'll be right before, but it'll sit flush. It's gonna keep the hose off the truck as much as possible, give us a lot of space. And what's nice is it's nice and narrow, so it gives us a lot of possibilities. That's what today's been about. Measuring twice, 3 times, 4 times, cutting once. There's a lot of room for error. We ran through probably 10 different layouts trying to get this work, and if we would have just been stuck on our first layout, we would have gotten all the way through it and realized it's not going to work out. Next is the power washer position. This is not where we plan on it staying, but this is where it's going to be. The reason is you have to think about exhaust. So we have our exhaust on the back end here. So in the original positioning of this machine, it turned out the exhaust was going to be melting plastic if we had it sitting in that spot. And Joel doesn't like melting plastic in his truck, so we had to change that. The best part about this build is we managed to fit some really big tanks in this. This is a great size buffer tank for this machine. That's a great amount of SH. That might, you know, depending on what we're doing, that might last you all week. So basically where I'm standing right now is going to be all cargo space, which is great. It's amazing we're able to fit these size tanks in here and still have a fourth of the bed as nothing but cargo space for our 5-gallon buckets, hoses, etc., etc., etc. All right, so hey, listen, I hope you liked part 1 of our build. I hope you learned a few things along the way. This is what, you know, it's all about, just kind of documenting things, helping each other out in the way, and trying to give you some pointers on things to consider on your next build. And listen, if you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment, and if you don't, you're dead to me. Okay guys, welcome to day 2. I just want to start this off with, this doesn't have to be complicated. What we're doing is we're putting together a simple platform, taking some measurements, putting together a platform. This takes the tanks off the actual bed of the truck, so if we spill things or whatever, it's actually off of the truck. And before we even get any further, like and subscribe to the channel. Just get it out of the way, get it done, and then go join us on the Facebook group. We have a good old time over there. And you already know, if you don't do any of this stuff, if you don't subscribe, you don't like the video, you don't join the Facebook group, you're dead to me. It's as simple as that.
One thing you should definitely check out before attempting a build like this is your truck's bed capacity. My Tundra is rated for 1,600 pounds, so in theory, even with the loaded 125-gallon tank, I should be just fine.
Literally just the way you place the boards, if you're gonna have it where the boards are like this, or if you're gonna have them like this, that can make all the difference. That can change everything by inches. It's not rocket science, depending on who you are, it can be rocket science.
Because I just know people are gonna ask in the comment section. We built the equipment platform out of your typical 2x4 and 1/2-inch plywood construction. Over the course of a year, it seems to have held up just fine.
So we got this thing all measured out. Joel's just buttoning it all up, screwing everything together.
We got it fingered out.
We got it fingered out. The star bits, Joel swears by them. The T30s.
Awesome. When you use a star drive,
That's when you know that you're a real wash professional.
Yeah, a real wash life contractor. Okay. What this also is doing is allowing us to secure everything down, secure the load. This is extremely important. It's a safety issue. I've seen videos and pictures of people with unsecured things in the back of their truck, like a 55-gallon barrel or what have you. They rear end someone and the barrel goes flying through the whole cab of the truck. It could potentially be life-threatening. So you really want to have like a base. One last finishing touch is we're putting a box that's going to be ran level with the truck, and that's what the reel is going to sit on. It's going to be a clean, highly efficient setup that really can tackle pretty much any job, seriously any job. It's got enough PSI, enough gallons per minute. Really excited to get this finished up. This is the end of day 2. We got a lot of stuff secured. I'll go ahead and drop this down. Alright, so you'll see we got the frame completely put in. We got both the tanks secured. The chem tank, what we did, we raised it up a little bit because this is going to end up having a ball valve on the bottom that'll run out. So we wanted it to be up a little bit to kind of give some gravity, because the ball valve will run all the way down out the tailgate, so we can fill up buckets with chem and what have you. You'll see these are secured. Then we wrap the ratchet straps around the base. We left an opening. So that, yeah, if you look over here, this is where the ball valve will come off of the chem tank. It'll come from there. It'll run underneath everything. We'll have probably 2 or 3 feet, and then we can fill up buckets with chem. You know, moving on to the power washer, you'll see the eye hole. This is my favorite thing to use to help secure things down. You can just screw it right into your wooden base. We're gonna have it ratcheted, you know, ratcheted down or chained down, whatever we decide, and we have the eye hole there to help secure that. Next, you'll see the Flexzilla hose, 3/4 inch. If you can go 3/4, that's the way to go. Doesn't have to be Flexzilla, but this is probably the best hose you can get. 3/4 inch, way to go. We don't have a hose reel just yet. You know, when you're starting off, you're on a budget. This is 30 bucks at Lowe's. You can avoid a hose reel. Flexzilla is very easy to work with. Wind it up, and we'll have it secured somewhere. We're not sure yet, but this will work until we get some jobs coming in where we can afford a hose reel. So for the high pressure hose, obviously we don't have it on the reel yet, but I wanted to point out, make sure you just get gray non-marking hose. This stuff, it just bends easier. It's a lot easier to work with. I know on one of my rigs I have the really cheap Simpson hose. That's gonna get replaced any day now. But it's night and day comparison. You really should just spend an extra few bucks and make sure you get the gray non-marking. And then this is the 125 gallon leg tank. If you look down here, this is how it's secured. We got the fish eyes straight into the 2x4s. So over here, if you order one of these tanks, it does not come with this. It's a simple fix. You just can purchase your bulkhead at pretty much any hardware store. We got ours at Farm and Fleet. Hook the water up to the house, from the house to the tank in here. And then underneath that, inside the tank, you're gonna have the Hudson float valve. We'll show you exactly how we install that in the next video coming up tomorrow. All right, everybody, so that sums it up for day 2 of this build. We made a lot of progress. Guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. Of course, hit the like and subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and if you don't, you're dead to me.
All right, let's count the rust holes in his truck here. Just kidding. All right.
Don't miss our next video, where we show the machine in action and show you our plumbing. Like and subscribe. And go over to the Team Wash Life Facebook group.